of some topics that are not only sleep related but other as well. So without further ado, let's begin, and I hope you have gotten comfortable, and let's start. Okay, so we were gonna start with some simple questions, easy to answer too, and the first one is, what was the best part of your day today? Assuming you haven't just woken up and this is the first thing you are seeing on YouTube. Alright, that's very nice. I'm gonna be taking some notes if you don't mind. I will be writing down some stuff. Of course, this information is confidential and no names are gonna be written down, so don't worry about it. Alright, that's nice to hear. The next question is there a memory that makes you smile every time you think of it? And are there any people associated with this memory? You can take as much time as you need to respond to this question. I'll just let you think and bring back memories. Of course, I'm happy to hear a short story from you if you feel the need to share it. And are there any people associated with this story? Nice. Alright, I'm gonna write it down actually. This is so happy to hear. It makes me smile myself. Okay, the next question is, do you have a dream destination to travel? Maybe you are planning this trip for next year, or maybe just it remains a dream destination for the next 5 or 10 years, who knows? Very interesting. I've never really thought of that myself. It always scares me to travel to the other side of the world, but it's something that I believe most people or everybody must do at least once in their lifetime. Alright, let me write it down. Very nice. Right, we're gonna change the topic a little bit and we're gonna go into some deeper questions, a little bit of more of how you are actually feeling. So that is the question. Honestly, how are you feeling? Like, really? Yeah, no, it's fine. You can take your time. Maybe find the correct words to describe. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Like, I find myself feeling these things myself very often as well. It's not uncommon for most people, I think, to experience that. Alright. Is there something you would like to say and let go of? Maybe something that if you said to me right now, you would feel like a big burden is out of your chest. for sharing that. If you don't mind, I'm gonna write this down. Perfect. Alright, let's go away from this type of questions and go into something else, okay? So, do you remember your last dream and what it was about? You can take your time and think, because sometimes we just dream something and then the next day we forget about it. Okay. Alright, that's very interesting. And is this something you have dreamt of before? Maybe you don't remember if it was a long time ago, but maybe something you have dreamt of again recently. Alright, okay, I see. No recognized pattern there. Okay, yeah. But that was indeed a very interesting dream. It's weird how dreams impact and how they are connected to our subconscious. Sometimes you just see a person that you haven't seen in a long time and then they take part of your dream at night. It's very interesting. Alright, let's go into another question. Do you enjoy the comfort of your bed? Yes, of course. I think most people do. And is it something that you would change? I mean, are you planning on a new purchase? I'm talking about your bed. Okay, I see. Alright. You know, when I used to live abroad, I had a bed couch. So it looked like a regular couch, but you could open it into a bed. And I had this for 5 years and it was very comfortable. Like very comfortable. Even though it didn't have a regular mattress like all beds have, it was super comfortable. And I didn't experience any pain or any issues in these 5 years. And it was not expensive either, so perfect. Now let me ask you this. Do you have a pre-sleep routine? You know, like washing your face before you go to sleep, or maybe writing down something on your calendar, or maybe you have dimmed lights, maybe one of these very cool gadgets that show like star shapes or the universe on the top of your room. I don't know if you have seen it, like small projectors. That's correct. Okay. Ah, that's nice. Alright, let me write this down. Mine? Well, I don't really have a pre-sleep routine. I mostly just make sure that I'm not, the only light that I see is not from my phone. Like I'm not using my phone until the last second before I go to sleep. If I'm gonna use my phone when I lay down to sleep, I make sure I have another small light on, just to make sure that there is enough light in my room and not only the blue light coming to my eyes, because you can just disturb your sleep afterwards. That's all. Okay. Alright, I would like us now to go into another section of questions that are a bit more hard to respond. Maybe you need to think about it a little bit. And let's see what you believe. They're not so always interesting to talk about these things. So let's see what you have to say about this question. Would you agree that freedom is discipline and not that I do whatever I want whenever I want to? You can take as much time as you need to respond to that question. Okay. Yeah, very nice. I see. Alright, let me just write it down very fast because you made a few good points there. Alright, okay. Let's see what you have to say about this next question. Do you see the people around you, not in social media, but the people around you struggling more nowadays in their everyday life? Not in any specific sector like their finance, or if they are maybe if they are hopeful about the future, or if you see them that they are a bit lost. You can answer in any way that you understand this question. Yes. Okay. Alright, let me write down some stuff. Okay, I see. Yeah. Alright, excellent. Thank you for your response. Alright, the last question from this sort of hard to answer questions is the following. Is there something you are still in need to accept about yourself? Maybe something that you know you have to change about yourself for the better of both you and the others. Ah, okay, I see. Yes. Alright. Yeah, no, it doesn't really matter if you can answer either way. If it's something that there's a special characteristic about you that you need to change about yourself, or maybe others have to accept about you. There's no really a correct way to answer this question. Okay, perfect. I'll just write it down. Alright, very nice. Thank you very much for your response. Now we just have two more questions left that are easier to do, I promise. So the first one of them is, can we take a deep breath together just for once? Are you ready? Okay. How did I feel? Good, right? Okay. I just need to make sure that you are relaxed and comfortable to go to sleep, and that is actually very connected to the last question of this questionnaire. Are you ready to rest